What's good? We back. Motor City Sports Talk. We in the building, chilling. And came across my screen in the Free Press that Glover Quin said he was trying to get the Lions to release him last season. Let's speak on it real quick. I appreciate everybody that came on to the live show yesterday. I definitely want to be able to get one in at least once a week, and eventually more than once a week when the draft come around. But I appreciate everybody for checking in. But let's talk about exactly what Mr. Glover Quin said, and he said that quote on the Pride podcast, which I gotta start listening to this. Said, actually, I tried to get out of my contract going into the season. Quin said in the episode of the Pride podcast posted Thursday, because I said, I knew it was going to get to this point. I could see it. I knew it was going to happen. I understand the business of football, and I knew we were going to get to this point. So I just was trying to stop it before it even got started. So, he goes on to say it wasn't necessarily I was considering retirement, although I did think about it a little bit because I had some other things going on, Quin said, but it was really contemplating like whether I wanted to come back to Detroit because I knew that with the new coaches, with all that stuff, I knew they were going in a different direction. And for the last few years, the way things had been, the way the organization him against his will, and people always wonder why players leave the Lions organization with a sour taste in their mouth. If you want to stay, they don't want to pay you. You get rid of you. If you want to go, they hold you against your will. This organization is just run shitty. They knew Glover Quin put that retirement out there last year, and that's why they took Tracy Walker, because he didn't want to come back in Detroit. He didn't want to start over from scratch and go. He knew this team was going to go from 9-7 to whatever it went this year, 5-11, 6-10, whatever it went. He knew it was getting to this point, and he didn't want to start over again. He didn't want to start over in a losing situation and build it back up. He wanted to go to a contender. He wanted to be, to have an opportunity to win something. He ain't gonna say it, but I said he didn't want to sit here and lose in Detroit again and take a step backwards. He was one of those players that was revolting against Matt Patricia. And that's what the retirement talk was all about. He didn't want to be here. He wanted them to release him, and they wanted to release him. He threatened to retire, and they said, shit, go ahead. Same thing with Calvin Johnson. Calvin Johnson wanted to get out of Detroit just like Barry wanted to get out of Detroit. The Lions say, shit, with that owner's mentality, that slave master owner mentality, hey, you playing for us or you ain't going nowhere else. And you got to credit the Lions for sticking to their guns, because guess what? You signed a contract. If you performing here and not performing nowhere else, but the Lions got to figure these players that gave their limbs, their legs, their arms, their blood, sweat, and tears, their everything. And you not even putting the effort into trying to win, and they know it. So they'd rather retire early or try to do whatever they can to get out of Detroit rather than stay here and play with you guys. And you knew you was going to release Glover Quin, and that's just what it is, man. That's why players leave the Lions with a sour taste in their mouth and broken relationships, because they don't believe in putting their blood, sweat, and tears and all their money into a winner, and then they don't have no compassion for the players. We know we ain't trying to win. Come on, we should move Calvin to get what we can get. Nah, he either gonna retire just like Barry, or he gonna play here, and they don't have no compassion, and that's why players don't want to come to Detroit. That's why players run up to check on Detroit, because you already know they're not going to go all the way in and try to win. And Glover Quin was tired of losing, knew this team was going to take a step backwards, and he did what he was going to do. And like I said, salute to him. Salute to him, man. I'm glad he got released. I'm glad he got out the situation. Hopefully go somewhere where he can prosper and he go get a Super Bowl. When I got love for a player for the Lions, if they leave, and it is what it is, I'm still going to root for him. Because he still performed here for six seasons and put on. Everybody get mad at the players, get mad at Sue. But all these players that leave here got the same shit to say about the organization. It's shit. But Motor City Sports Talk, I appreciate everybody checking in. We're going to come back with some more.